हेल्मर्स करेक्टर एनालिसिस। तो मैं इसका आपको क्वेश्चन बताने लगी हूँ। हेल्मर्स करेक्टर एनालिसिस, इसका फुल नेम है टॉर्वल्ड हेल्मर इन द play. So Torvald Helmer, one of the main characters in the story, is Nora Helmer's husband, and he may be described as one of the antagonists of the story and plays the role of a controlling, dominating man in Nora's life. Torvald is introduced to the audience as rather of condescending man who sees himself as a superior to Nora intellectually, emotionally, and morally. He calls her with affectionate terms like little feather brain, little squirrel, little skylark, and little scatterbrain. The repetitive use of the word little to describe Nora shows that he sees her more as a child than a wife or an equal. He greatly enjoys his position as a protector, a guide, and an instructor to Nora, and likes to be completely in control of her. This is seen in his eagerness to teach Nora the tarantula dance. Torvald seems to be in charge of every aspect of her life and makes decision with aspect to what she should eat, how she should walk, and something like that. So he sees his wife Nora as an object of his desire, a property that he has his complete right over. He envisions himself as a savior to Nora and says to her, it's a line from the play, I have often wished that you could be threatened by some imminent danger so that I could risk everything I had, even my life itself, to save you. So the important character trait in Torvald is his exalted sense of self. He sees himself as an idealistic, morally upright individual whose morals are unquestionable. He dictates the same morals to his wife and also to his friends. It's a line from play. A songbird must have a clear voice to sing with no false notes. He is extremely conscious of his position in the society and seems to have a great need for social acceptance and approval. He is seen telling Nora, it's a line from play, there is something constrained, something ugly even, about a home that's founded on borrowing and debt. It was line from play. And Torvald is also a blatant hypocrite and jumps to conclusions about people's character throughout the play. He keeps reassuring Nora that he will protect her and be a savior to her, that he is man enough to take it. But when he learns about her deception, he chides her for it, calling her a liar and a hypocrite and a criminal. He is quick to judge people, as in scene from the judgment of Krogstad. An atmosphere of lies like that infects and poisons the whole life of a home. He also immediately blames Nora's deceit on her father's character and remarks that he cannot allow her to bring up the children. He said that I shouldn't dare trust you with them. So Torvald also has an inflated sense of masculine pride in himself and is portrayed as a chauvinist who believes that a woman must ideally be restricted to her house. His behavior towards Nora shows that he sees her more as a decorative item meant to beautify the house than his wife. He demeans his wife and blames her mistakes on her gender. He said that Nora, just like a woman. So when he claims to forgive Nora for his deception, he remarks, I shouldn't be a proper man if your feminine helplessness didn't make you twice as attractive to me. So, to Torvald, Nora's feeling, her thoughts and opinions do not really matter. He has a strong sense of enlightenment and assumes that Nora must conform to whatever he says or do as he please simply because he is her husband. He believes that a woman's most sacred duties. So, he believes that a woman's most sacred duties are her duties towards her husband and her children. He also believes that he is entitled to openly express his opinion on what a woman can or cannot do. Torvald is often seen to be selfish and even cruel. This is seen in his attitude when he realized Dr. Rank is dying. Despite sharing a supposedly close bond with him, he shows little remorse at the revelation. So, on the other hand, he expresses a hint of relief on getting Dr. Rank out of the way. He says, "Well, perhaps it's all for the best for him, at any rate, and maybe for us too, Nora, now that you and I have no one but each other." Torvald is highly egoistic and all his actions and words revolve around himself. When the truth about Nora's crime is finally revealed, his immediate fear is of losing his self-reputation. However, as soon as they receive Crocksted's letter of apology, his attitude completely changes as he is no longer under risk. He then remarks, "There is something indescribably sweet and satisfying for a man to know deep down that he has forgiven his wife, completely forgiven her, with all his heart," again displaying the same self-conceited attitude. However, in reality, Torvald seemed to be weaker than Nora and also dependent on her. Despite his attitude toward Nora, he seemed to rely on her to tend to his ego and provide emotional support. When Nora expresses her decision to leave, he first tried to blackmail her, calling her a blind, inexperienced creature and reminding her of her scared duties toward her children and husband. But when he realized that Nora's decision is final and unshakable, he shows evident desperation. "But to lose you, Nora. No, I cannot even imagine." He also goes to the extent of suggesting that they could live together as brother and sister. Thus, Helmer is a dominating, egoistic, proud, judgmental, and hypocritical individual with an exaggerated sense of pride in himself.